Embracing prosperity, 5 things to eliminate from your home for positive energy. As I traverse through the journey of life, I've come to realize the profound connection between our physical environment and our inner state of being. Our homes, which should ideally serve as sanctuaries, often become cluttered with items that no longer serve us, inadvertently blocking the flow of positive energy. The teachings of the law of attraction and the wisdom of Buddhism have taught me that everything around us carries energy, and this energy can either propel us forward or hold us back. Through my experiences and reflections, I've identified 5 specific items to eliminate from our homes to cultivate a space that nurtures positivity and abundance. By sharing these insights, I hope to inspire others to take charge of their environments and open the doors to new possibilities. Number 1. Letting go of unworn clothes. Let's begin with clothing, specifically those items hanging in our closets that we no longer wear. For years I held on to garments that I once loved, yet they had become relics of a past version of myself. Each piece was imbued with memories and emotions, but not all of those associations were positive. It was eye-opening for me to learn that clothing carries energy, a reflection of the moments we wore them and the emotions we felt during those times. When I first began my journey of decluttering, I was overwhelmed by the number of unworn clothes I found tucked away in my closet. I realized that every garment I kept that no longer resonated with me held energy from the past, a past that I was no longer a part of. The act of removing these clothes became a liberating experience. As I went through each item, I began to reflect on the memories attached to them. There was that pair of jeans I bought during a particularly difficult period in my life. Every time I saw them, I was reminded of the challenges I faced. This realization prompted me to take a moment of gratitude before letting them go. I held each piece in my hands and acknowledged the role it played in my journey. It felt like saying goodbye to an old friend, a friend who had served their purpose but was no longer aligned with who I was becoming. This practice not only helped me clear space in my closet but also liberated me from the emotional weight these clothes carried. After a thorough decluttering, I felt lighter, more vibrant, and open to new possibilities. I began to curate a wardrobe that truly reflected my current self, clothes that made me feel confident, empowered, and joyful. This transformation went beyond just my closet. It influenced how I presented myself to the world and the energy I exuded. With a fresh wardrobe came a fresh perspective, allowing me to embrace opportunities I might have otherwise overlooked. 2. Removing broken objects. Next on my list of items to eliminate were broken objects scattered throughout my home. It's astonishing how easy it is to overlook that chipped mug, the cracked vase, or the worn-out furniture that has seen better days. However, I came to understand that these broken items carry negative vibrations and disrupt the flow of positive energy in our living spaces. When I began my intentional decluttering process, I found myself faced with a mountain of broken items that I had kept out of habit or sentimentality. Each of these items represented something that was no longer whole, a metaphor for the unresolved issues or stagnant energy I needed to address in my life. I learned that when something is broken, it loses its original integrity and can become a blocker of positive energy. I took a systematic approach to this task. I went room by room, identifying every broken object. I could feel the weight of the energy they carried. It was as if they were anchors holding me back. One by one, I acknowledged each item and expressed gratitude for the role it played in my life. For example, the chipped plate that had once been part of a joyful family dinner served as a reminder of cherished moments, but it no longer fit into the harmonious environment I wished to create. As I let go of these broken objects, I experienced a profound shift in my living space. The air felt lighter, and I could sense a renewed flow of energy. This process taught me an invaluable lesson. My home is a reflection of my state of mind. By eliminating broken objects, I was not just clearing physical clutter, but also creating a space conducive to my personal growth and well-being. Moreover, I committed to regularly checking my home for broken items. Maintaining a clutter-free and well-maintained space became a priority. I realized that this practice allowed me to cultivate an environment that supported my aspirations and well-being. The simple act of removing broken objects helped create a sanctuary where positive energy could thrive, fostering a sense of balance and peace. Number 3. Keeping shoes clean. Now let's discuss a seemingly mundane yet significant aspect of our lives: shoes. Initially, I had not given much thought to the importance of keeping my shoes clean and in good condition. However, as I delved deeper into the teachings of metaphysics, I learned that shoes carry energy that reflects the journey of our lives. They absorb vibrations from the places we visit and the people we encounter, which ultimately influences the energy we bring into our homes. I began to understand that maintaining clean and well-kept shoes is essential for cultivating a positive living space. I created a routine to clean my shoes regularly, taking the time to scrub away the dirt and debris they picked up throughout the day. This act became a ritual, a moment of mindfulness that prevented any negative or external energy from entering my home. Every time I returned home, I made it a habit to inspect my shoes. Were they worn out? Did they need a good cleaning? I realized that just as we wouldn't embark on a journey with broken equipment, we shouldn't navigate life with worn-out shoes. If they were beyond repair, it was time to replace them. New shoes not only supported my physical comfort, but also symbolized a fresh start and a clear path forward. This practice of maintaining clean shoes taught me a valuable lesson about self-care. It reinforced the idea that the way I treat my belongings reflects how I treat myself. By nurturing my shoes, I was nurturing my journey. I began to feel a renewed sense of confidence and clarity as I stepped forward into each day. In addition to cleanliness, I also started to explore the symbolic significance of the colors and styles of my shoes. I realized that every pair carried its own energy, and I became intentional about choosing shoes that resonated with my aspirations. Whether it was a vibrant color to uplift my spirits or a sturdy pair to ground me, I found that my choice of footwear could significantly influence my mood and outlook. Number 4. Letting go of belongings from the deceased. One of the most challenging yet transformative practices for me was letting go of items belonging to loved ones who had passed away. This practice, while difficult, became a crucial step in my journey toward emotional healing and growth. While it is natural to want to keep memories alive, I learned that holding on to these belongings could block new energy from flowing into my life. The remnants of the past can create emotional stagnation, preventing us from embracing the present and future. I faced a bittersweet realization when I came across a box of belongings from my late grandmother. Each item held a story, a cherished memory that made it hard to let go. But as I reflected on this, I understood that memories exist within us. The physical objects were merely vessels of that energy. By releasing these items, I could honor their memory while allowing myself to move forward. The process of letting go was not easy, but it was deeply liberating. I took the time to sit with each object, expressing gratitude for the moments we shared. For instance, I held on to a quilt she had made for me during my childhood. It had provided warmth and comfort, but I recognized that keeping it was tying me to a past that no longer served me. I decided to take a photo of it as a way to preserve the memory and then donated the quilt to a local charity, allowing someone else to experience its warmth. This practice taught me about the impermanence of life and the importance of embracing change. Letting go of these belongings created space for new experiences and memories that align with my current self. It felt like opening a window to let fresh air and new opportunities flow into my life. As I cleared out the remnants of the past, I felt a sense of lightness and a renewed openness to life's possibilities. I also began to understand that honoring the memories of those who have passed does not mean holding on to their belongings. Rather, it is about cherishing the lessons they imparted and carrying their spirit within us. By making space in my home, I was honoring their legacy while allowing myself to embrace the future. 5. Eliminating clutter. Finally, one of the most crucial aspects of maintaining a positive energy flow in my home is eliminating clutter. Clutter not only takes up physical space, but also creates mental and emotional chaos. I discovered that when my environment is cluttered, my mind tends to mirror that disarray. The law of attraction teaches us that like attracts like. Therefore, a cluttered space can attract stagnant energy and hinder our ability to manifest our desires. To tackle the clutter, I dedicated specific days to declutter every corner of my home. I started small, focusing on one area at a time, whether it was a drawer, a shelf, or a closet. I asked myself if each item brought me joy or served a purpose. If it didn't, I either discarded it or donated it. This practice allowed me to cultivate a sense of harmony and order in my living space. I found that the more I cleared out unnecessary items, the clearer my mind became. It was as if the act of decluttering was a form of mental cleansing, allowing me to focus on what truly mattered in my life. I also made it a point to open windows to let fresh air and sunlight in, creating a vibrant atmosphere that supported my well-being. Adding beautiful plants to my home not only enhanced the aesthetic but also infused positive energy into my space. Additionally, I began to create designated spaces for items that had previously contributed to clutter. For example, I established a specific spot for my keys and bags, ensuring they always had a home. This simple practice reduced the chaos and made it easier for me to maintain order in my environment. The act of organizing became a ritual that helped me cultivate mindfulness and awareness of my belongings. The process of decluttering taught me about the importance of intentionality in my life. Every item I chose to keep represented a choice to create a life that aligned with my values and aspirations. The more intentional I became with my belongings, the more I noticed the positive energy flowing into my life. Conclusion. In conclusion, embracing prosperity and positive energy begins with our environment. By eliminating unworn clothes, broken objects, dirty shoes, belongings from the deceased, and clutter, we create a harmonious living space that aligns with our aspirations and supports our growth. Each of these practices is a conscious choice to release the past and make room for new, uplifting energy. As I've navigated this journey, I've come to appreciate the power of gratitude and intention in my life. Our homes reflect our state of mind, and by surrounding ourselves with items that resonate with our present selves, we invite transformation and abundance into our lives. I encourage anyone reading this to embark on this journey of decluttering and creating a space that nurtures their spirit. By embracing the power of our environment, we can witness the magic unfold in our lives, leading us toward a brighter and more prosperous future. If you enjoyed the information I shared, leave a comment, like the video, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, Divine Teachings of the Buddha, to keep learning until the next video. May Buddha always bless you. Thank you very much.